this team is the sixth best team in their league. I don't think so. I thought they did a tremendous job of playing with a lot of poise. Their shooting in the first half was tremendous, and it wasn't like we wasn't putting forth effort to defend them. So you got to give this team a lot of credit. They came in with extreme amount of confidence. I thought we lacked discipline defensively. Our game plan was to not leave shooters on the perimeter when they penetrated. And a lot of times when you're playing against teams that really attack the basket, you always, what we call hedge, and you close out. But against teams that shoot the ball very well, you kind of stunt and stay. And we lost our discipline tonight. Every time they would drive in, I thought that our lack of discipline defensively, they took advantage of. This, when I watched them play against the University of Georgia, I really didn't know what to think, because this was a similar game to ours tonight. They came back there toward the end and they won the game. This is a team that's, I think, going to win a lot of games. It's a good test for us. We're a team that's still trying to find ourselves. We trying to develop a rotation that we are a long ways away from trying to get that down pat. But with that said, I thought that we got some guys came in the first half that gave us a tremendous amount of effort, even though I didn't think we played extremely well. But the residual effect of it was I thought that we were able to be a little fresher there toward the end. We made got some starts and made some plays that I thought made a difference in the game. Obviously, getting Balsa some minutes, I thought he showed what he's capable of doing in a critical situation. Pat Williams is obviously becoming more and more comfortable at this particular level. My takeaways from this game is that we have potential to be a pretty good basketball team. We're a little inconsistent. We got a long ways to go. We just got to keep getting better and better. And before too long, I think this team has a chance to be pretty good. But by no means are we anywhere close to reaching our potential.
Any questions, please?
What does it say about Pat that down the stretch when you guys need buckets, he's kind of willing to be that guy? He had the strong take to the rim, got the foul, you got your first lead in the second half at that point.
And he had the composure to go to the free throw line and go 7-7, and it's one of those free throws we need. And if he was to tell you that was not the case in the exhibition games and the first couple of games, he's maturing, he's adjusting to playing at this particular level. I think you'll see him get better and better and better. His teammates, we have a lot of confidence in him. I think he's just showing glimpses of what he's capable of doing. MJ Walker, I thought that even though MJ's been here, this is his third year, I think he's still settling into being one of the leaders on the team. He's been kind of taking the back seat to the 5 seniors that we lost last year, 6 players. But I thought the game was on the line. I thought he showed what he's capable of doing. So I like our pieces. Trey continues to give us good leadership. Devin didn't have a great offensive game, but I thought that his length and the rebounds he got in there made a huge difference. Tested down the stretch. That's just kind of who we are right now, fellas. You guys got to watch this team grow, and hopefully as we move through the season, you'll see us continue to keep getting better and better.
Can you talk about the defensive versatility that Malik Osborne brings and his flexibility that he allows the lineups?
Well, he practiced all spring, summer, totally on the perimeter. And with the injury to Dominic, we were forced to put him in the post, and he's responded very well. He gives us great effort, great physical. He's a real physical athlete in there. But hopefully as the Dominics get healthier and we're able to move him back to the position that we like to put him to play, it would just give us a little more quality depth, but it also gives us the versatility that when we need to go small, we can put him at the 5 and we can switch one to the 5 and do a better job containing dribbles.
MJ had struggled a little bit offensively to start the year. How big will this second half be for him?
Well, see, I don't know if he struggled. I mean, he had 2.5, 3 weeks of non-practice, where he was nursing hip flexor. And you just don't go from not practicing and not playing and rehab and be able to come back and just be 100%. This is our third game. I'm not sure. I think I got to give him a little more time before I use the term struggle. I think that's a part of what we're going through. I think he might have practiced maybe four or 5 days before our first game. So he's just getting back into the groove of things. But I love his mentality. The game's on the line. He stepped up for his team and showed what he's capable of doing. The game's on the line. So I'm encouraged by that. I think more than anything else, he's adjusting like we all are. When you have 6 new players, and you have 2 experienced guys coming back and 4 sophomores, it's a lot of work and a lot of development that we have to go through in order to be where we think we need to be to compete consistently at the level we're trying to compete at.
Coach, you never want to get down that much in a game, but especially considering all the experience that you lost from last year, was it kind of impressive to see your guys be able to stay strong and bounce back?
You're right. I mean, I don't ever want to be down 17 points. Was it 17 points?
Yeah, 17.
Okay. You don't ever want to get down, but I didn't see any panic in our guys. I thought they maintained their composure. We stayed focused, and that was a positive sign. We came to the bench. Our body language, our facial expressions, the verbal call-outs that we were going through, just showed this team believes in themselves. We thought that we could continue to keep cutting the league away, and we kept it. We getting close to the halftime. We thought we could win the game at the end. Played out that way.
It seemed like that stretch in the end of the second half, real critical stretch to cut it down before halftime. The guys were a lot more aggressive going to the basket. Is that something you were urging them to do?
Well, we have several different counters to different defensive schemes, and we kept adjusting to what they were doing defensively. People have a tendency to want to clog the lane up, and you got to be consistent from the perimeter so that people won't feel comfortable. Because in football, they're usually putting so many people in the box.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what people do to us sometimes. We had to make some different adjustments to counter what they were doing. They had a new game plan. We weren't shooting nearly as well, and we weren't scoring as well. They exploited it, but I thought we kept making adjustments, started running some chases, some isolations. And I thought we once got in a little rhythm and just kept chipping away at the lead.
Coach, you talked about adjustments. Was it a defensive adjustment to put Vassell on Faulkner at the end of the game?
Well, we switched 1 through 4, 1 through 5, so everybody's going to guard him. I just thought that his discipline, his length, was a little deterrent. He's 6'6", 6'7". Sometimes those long arms does create, some distraction when you have guys who are really, really effective in going off the dribble shooting as well as those guys who started out shooting the ball. Now this is not a fluke. They're a really good shooting team. That was we knew that going into the game. Matter of fact, I think 52% of all the attempts that they make are 3-pointers. So this is their system, that's their style. And they went 2 for 9 in the second half, so sometimes you live by it, you can lose by it as well. But one of my takeaways of that, we're a work in progress. We got some potential. We still got to get a couple more guys healthy. I was glad to see us get Raquan Evans in. He got a few minutes tonight. He's really, really a good player. And, he's been practicing that for 3 or 4 or 5 days now. I'm trying to get him more involved. Wyatt Wilson is one of our better shooters. We got to try to get him a little bit more involved as well. And so we're still learning about each other. As coaches, we're still learning how to try to utilize all the different parts that we have on our team.
And do you have any updates on Raquan Gray and Jay Walker?
MJ obviously was okay. I think he went back and finished the
Second
game.
game.
And Raekwon just turned his ankle. No, I don't think it's anything serious.
Everybody set? Thank you.